god, it's readathon time! It's already begun in my time zone. I think I'm an hour and 20 minutes late so far, and I'm going to be later still because I literally just finished work. I don't usually get out of work so late, but it was rather busy tonight, so I had to stay back. Which on the one hand, I'm super exhausted and taking up valuable reading time, but on the other hand, money. So dilemma. But yeah, so the readathon has begun. My plan of action for tonight is to go home, get snugly in my bed, and continue reading some of Summer Skin by Kirsty Eager. That's the first book that I'm going to try and finish for the readathon. I've also decided to add something else to my TBR, and that is the Sylvia Plath poems that I need to study for university. I don't need to read it for a couple of weeks, but I thought it'd just be a good idea to read some poems in between all of the novels that I'm reading, and I only need to read about 6 or 7, I believe, so I thought that would just be a nice way to break things up a little bit. But yeah, so that's basically it. I'm really excited for tomorrow. I have the whole day free for reading. Oh my god, okay, so I'm getting impatient. I'm going to go home now, and I will see you in an update probably tomorrow morning, because no doubt I'm going to read myself to sleep. So it's 8:45 in the morning, and I got up about 45 minutes ago, and I've continued reading some more of Summer Skin. At this point, I'm on page 114, and I started at page 52, so I've read 62 pages so far, which is not too bad. I read for about half an hour last night and ended up falling asleep with the book open, so when I finally woke up again like an hour later, I was like, it's time to go to bed. And now I've just got some cereal. I've got this to keep me company a little later on. I'm not gonna eat it right now. If you guys have seen my Twitter, you might have seen how I ate a whole chocolate egg last week, first thing in the morning, and then I threw up. It was great. So I'm just going to focus on some reading this morning. I have about 200 pages of this book to go, so I'm thinking I might read 100 pages, then read a couple of poems, or possibly even start The Woman Who Rides Like a Man, depending on how I'm feeling. I'm really enjoying the book so far. I'm just not sure if it's something that I want to speed through, or if I want to kind of slow down and savor. I'm gonna see what happens towards the midway point, what the pacing is like with the book, and then decide from there. But now I'm going to continue my cereal and then continue my book, and I'll catch up with you guys in a little while. It is about 11 o'clock and I am halfway through the book. I'm not reading as much as I'd like. I'm getting a little bit distracted, so I'm just gonna try and smash out a good 30-40 minutes of reading. I might have to do some reading sprints, but at this point I am 186 pages through, which is pretty good. Really enjoying it. Quite funny. Sometime later on today I might take a little bit of a break from reading and watch a movie with some of my housemates. It's called The Lobster, and I just watched the trailer and it looks freaking hilarious, so I might end up watching that as well, possibly. See how things go. So it's about 2 p.m. and I just finished reading Summer Skin, so that's one book ticked off the list. Makes me very happy. I'm also kind of thinking that I really ought to get out of my pajamas, but like what's the point? I'm reading, so comfy clothes. I'm not going anywhere today, so I think I'm just gonna have a quick shower and then change into some different pajamas, and I should probably have a proper meal because I've been snacking on a lot of food. I've got my shapes, I've got my chocolate, and I've got these which I've started eating. I'm feeling really healthy right now. But in terms of reading, I'm going to probably read a couple of the Plath poems, and then I'm going to start The Woman Who Rides Like a Man by Tamora Pierce, and then see how things go from there. So it's just about 2:30 and I actually left the house. Who would have thought? Yes, I went and grabbed some lunch with my housemates and then grabbed some stuff for dinner tonight, and now we're going to watch a movie, so I'm taking a bit of a break from the reading and then I'll jump straight back into it with Plath. I might read some of the Plath poems while watching the movie, get my multitasking on. But yeah, just taking a little bit of a break from reading. It's now about 5:30 and I've just started reading Tamora Pierce's The Woman Who Rides Like a Man. I started reading a couple of Plath's poems, but I soon realized that during a readathon was probably not the best time to read something that I need to study for university, particularly when it comes to poems, because I do struggle studying poetry. I think that with these poems, it's probably a better idea to kind of slow it down and dissect them a little more. And when you're in a readathon mindset, that's a little hard to do when you're just kind of powering through. And half an hour ago, I just finished watching the movie. It was hilarious and weird, but I really enjoyed it. It was a really good movie. I'm going to continue reading, and I'm hoping to get through a good chunk of this one in the next couple of hours. Just doing some reading sprints, and you guys are awesome. At this point, I'm almost halfway through The Woman Who Rides Like a Man. It's 7 p.m, so I've got about 3 hours left of the readathon, so I can totally do this. And yeah, so I've been doing some reading sprints, and you guys have been awesome joining in with me, and I just asked for you guys to share your bookmarks with me as well, and they are looking awesome. So jealous of so many of the bookmarks. Didn't even think about changing the white balance, so now we finally have a slightly less red face, but a little over an hour left of the readathon, and I'm about to embark on a 45-minute sprint, but I really should just do an hour one because it's like the last hour of the readathon. I might do that. But anyway, I've got just a little bit left of The Woman Who Rides Like a Man. I underestimated how much time I had left. I have about 60 pages left, and I can read a page a minute, so I should be able to finish this in an hour. I'm going to quickly amend my tweet and let everybody know that I'll be reading for the final hour of the readathon instead of just 45 minutes. Oh my gosh, the last hour. Half an hour left to go. I have 21 pages to go, and Alex just called me to have a chat, but I told him that I would call him back in half an hour because reading is very important right now. I have to do this, so no more distractions, not even filming. Okay, I'm going. Okay, I lied, one more vlog bit because I have a really quick story to tell. So the pizza just arrived, and my roommate was telling me how it ended up being free because I think the delivery guy thought that he'd paid by card. So as my roommate was getting out the money, the guy was just like, okay, bye, and just walked away and didn't take the money for the pizza. And so we got free pizza and cheesy garlic bread, which I'm now gonna eat. They took some of my cheesy garlic bread. Rude, rude. I've got like 15, 20 pages left of this to go. 25 minutes, I can do this. It's 10 p.m. and the Dewey's 24-hour readathon for April 2016 is over. And I'm getting a lot of tweets right now from you guys because I just finished the sprint. But nevertheless, I thought I would give you a overall wrap up of how the readathon went. So all in all, I read a good majority of Summer Skin by Kirsty Eager, the entirety of The Woman Who Rides Like a Man by Tamora Pierce, and I managed to squeeze in like 5 pages of House of Leaves before it ended. I'm super happy with my progress because all in all, I ended up reading a total of 528 pages, which I'm stoked about. If you guys participated in the readathon as well, I hope you did wonderfully. I would love to know what you ended up reading and what your favorite book was. For me, I'm probably going to go with The Woman Who Rides Like a Man just because it was a childhood favorite. This one I might actually do a review on because I do have some thoughts about it. I really enjoyed it, but there were some things that I did have a little bit of an issue with. Nothing major, but there were just a couple of things. So that's it. I'm out. Bye.